discuss about the inheritance, which is one of the property of object-oriented programming language. So I'm going to share a screen. Inheritance. So in the last turn, I have told you that basically inheritance is used to provide code reusability. Okay, inheritance is used to provide code reusability. So basically, how code reusability is achieved in the case with the help of inheritance. So I just take an example. Suppose there is a class employee. And in the class employee, there is a data field or feature of employee that is integer age, string name, integer employee ID. So here you can see that age, name, and employee ID are the properties of any employee. Now, suppose there is a method that is, and in order to initialize age, name, and employee ID, either you can use setter method or you can use constructor. Fine. With the help of constructor, you can initialize, or with the help of setter method, setter or mutator method. So suppose means except constructor, there is one more method that is get salary method. Suppose get salary method, and here there is a field that is double salary also. Suppose double salary is also a field of employee, because every employee will get some salary. So get salary is the method, and here and it will return double. Okay, and so this is the employee class. Now, if you would like, if you create another class, suppose there is a class manager, there are two classes. Suppose one class is manager and another class is clerk class. Suppose you need to build two more class, one is manager and another one is clerk. Now, manager class is suppose having following fields. Suppose manager class is having following fields. One is double salary. Okay. Integer age. String name. And double get salary is a method. Get salary is a method. And suppose there is one more field that is double bonus. Double bonus. Fine. So how many fields are there? Bonus, salary, age, and name. So if you compare employee class with manager class, so how many fields are common? कोई छोटी है field है? Salary, age, name, and employee ID is also a field. Integer employee ID. So here you can see that there are 4 fields in employee class. There are 5 fields in manager class. There is one method, there is one method, no problem. How many fields are common? 4. It means we can say that if you see the number of fields, so out of 5, 4 fields are common. And there is a one method, there is also a one method, and both are common method, get salary method. अभी तो हमने definition लिखी नहीं है. suppose method is also common, so method is also common, so one method is common and 4 fields are common. So if you would like to write the manager class, you need to write all the fields again here. क्या क्या आपको फिर से लिखना पड़ रहा है? You need to declare bonus, you need to declare salary, you need to declare employee ID, you need to declare age. However, you need to add one extra variable, that is bonus. Fine. So here in manager class there may be one extra method, that is double get total salary. Total salary, and this total salary is the combination of salary plus bonus. Suppose salary plus bonus. So now we can say that in the employee class there are 4 fields, 1 method. In manager class 5 fields, 2 methods are there. So most of the codes are common, most of the fields are common, most of the methods, means only one method is common, one method is extra method. So, and here you can see that it means manager is having some property which is common property of employee, because all the employees having some age, name, employee ID and salary. Fine. Similarly for clerk also. Clerk also share some properties of employee, that is salary, age, name and employee ID. There may be some more fields are there in the clerk also, but these are the compulsory fields which are declared in this employee class. So in order to reuse the class features, in order to reuse the class members, okay, how can we reuse this all code or properties? Code means method as well as fields. So how can we reuse the already existing code? So basically with the help of inheritance we can use. With the help of inheritance we can inherit the property of some class. Yeah, you can say that with the help of inheritance we can extend the property of some class. Extend means suppose there is some property of a particular class, you can extend the property of already existing class. Extend the property means जो है वो तो रहेगी ही, कुछ और भी extend किया जा रहा है. Fine. So with the help of inheritance you can use or reuse the properties of already existing class with the help of inheritance by using the extends keyword. By using extends keyword. So here if you compare employee with manager, so you can say that manager is also an employee. Yeah, manager is a type of employee. Manager is an employee. So you can say that manager is an employee and manager basically shares the some property with, yeah, basically manager inherits the property of employee. Employees having certain properties which is inherited by manager. Okay. Please be on time, okay, from the next class. Employee, manager extends the employee class. So this is the symbol of inheritance. Suppose employee is a class, manager is a class. So this arrow means manager extends employee. So you can say that manager extends employee. It means there is a class which is extended by manager class. So now which class is having more feature? Manager class is more feature because manager extends the employee. Now another terminology is, since manager extends the employee, so manager is called as subclass and employee is superclass. It is superclass but it is having less functionality than subclass. Terminology लग रहा है subclass के पास कम होगी, सुपर क्लास ज्यादा सुपर होनी चाहिए, बट एक्चुअली सब क्लास इज हैविंग मोर फंक्शनैलिटी देयर सुपर क्लास. नाउ another terminology, subclass is also called as child class, and superclass is called as parent class. Parent class. Okay. Another terminology, superclass or parent class is called as base class, and child class is derived class. Derived class. So these are the terminology: subclass, child class, derived, superclass, parent class, base class. So we can use any terminology. When I use derived class, it means we have to use base class terminology: child class, parent, subclass, superclass. And this relationship between child class and parent class is a relationship. Means you can say that manager is a employee. Manager is an employee. So is a relationship is there between the child class and parents class. Okay. So in order to create manager class, you need to write like this: class manager extends employee. You need to write like this. So this is subclass, this is superclass. Yeah, this is child class, this is parent class. And now you need to declare only the extra features. You need to declare only the extra features, because the common feature, yeah, features of employee class is inherited from the employee class. You need not to write it again here. You need to directly reuse it in your code. तो एम्प्लॉय क्लास का कोड को मींस फीचर्स को यहाँ लिखने की जरूरत नहीं है. यू नीड टू राइट ओनली द एक्स्ट्रा फीचर्स हियर. ओके, फाइन. So I'm going to write a program. So before writing any program, I classify the types of inheritance. Just see, because this is inheritance, and how many types of inheritance are there? So types of inheritance, one is single level inheritance. When the level is single level inheritance means there is a relationship, single level relationship between parent and child only. Okay, however a parent may have multiple childs. Fine. So this is example of single level inheritance, because there is only single level inheritance between parent and child. Another type of inheritance is multi-level inheritance. Multi-level inheritance. Multi-level inheritance means there are multiple levels of inheritance is there. Multiple levels of inheritance means suppose there is a class employee and employee is extended by manager. Manager is an employee is also extended by clerk, and manager is extended by assistant manager, deputy manager. Suppose assistant manager and deputy manager. So this is the example of multi-level inheritance, because for this manager class, employee is the parent class. For assistant manager class, manager is the parent class and employee is parent to parent. So you can say that here parent child relationship, and you can say here it is grandchild, अगर आप ऊपर से देखते हो तो. Fine. और अगर नीचे से चलते हैं तो चाइल्ड, पेरेंट एंड ग्रैंड पेरेंट। ठीक, so this is the example of multi-level inheritance. In multi-level inheritance, actually the grandchild is having more functionality than child, and child is having more functionality than parents. और ग्रैंड चाइल्ड के पास एम्प्लॉय की भी सारी फंक्शनैलिटी आ जाएगी, बिकॉज एम्प्लॉय फंक्शनैलिटी इज इनहेरिटेड बाय मैनेजर, एंड व्हेन असिस्टेंट मैनेजर इनहेरिट्स द प्रॉपर्टी ऑफ मैनेजर, तो इम्प्लिसिटली इट इनहेरिट्स द प्रॉपर्टी ऑफ एम्प्लॉय क्लास. So this is the another type of inheritance. The third type of inheritance is multiple inheritance. जैसे multi level है, the another type of inheritance is multiple inheritance. Multiple inheritance. Multiple inheritance means in multiple inheritance there may be more than one parent, and suppose there is one child. Suppose this is the relationship, child, and this, suppose this is parent 1 and this is parent 2. And if child would like to extend the property from the parent P1 and also from the parent P2. So this is the example of multiple inheritance. Multiple inheritance means multiple superclass. Multiple superclass is a class inherits the property from multiple superclass. When a class inherits the property of from the multiple superclass, this is the example of multiple inheritance. Okay. So suppose in P1 class there is M1 method and M2 method is there in P1 class, and in P2 class, 1 minute. In P2 class, suppose there is M1 method and M3 method, suppose. So here you can see that suppose in the case if M1 method is common in P1 as well as P2. Now if child class inherits the property from P1 as well as P2, now when child class inherits the property from P1, so M2 is inherited, no problem, M1 should be inherited. But if child simultaneously child extends the P2, तो M1 and M3 inherited, तो यहाँ पर M2 M3 तो okay है, but actually which M1 should be inherited? Which particular M1 should be inherited? So this is the problem in the case of Java. In the case of C++, there is a concept of scope resolution operator in order to resolve the scope of class. वो अभी अगर जिसने पढ़ा होगा देखे होंगे, there is a concept of scope resolution operator. With the help of scope resolution operator, you can means identify that this particular method is the method of this particular class. You can define this. But in the case of Java programming, when you call the M1 method, so it is difficult for the Java virtual machine that which particular M1 should be called, this or this, because M1 is inherited from P1 and P2. So this creates the confusion. So multiple inheritance is not possible in the case of Java. दोनों अगर methods है तो child class को नहीं पता चलेगा कि कौन सा method call करना है, because both methods are same. और दोनों की definition अलग है तो नाम same है, तो which particular method should be called? So this creates the confusion. So in this way, basically multiple inheritance is not possible. However, multiple inheritance feature can be achieved. अब ये possible नहीं है, लेकिन अब कुछ ना कुछ तो करना ही पड़ेगा. So multiple inheritance can be achieved with the help of another concept, that is interface. We will see interface when we will discuss the abstraction feature. Okay, we will discuss the abstraction feature, then we will discuss the interface and how interface is used to achieve multiple inheritance type of property. But actually multiple inheritance is not directly possible in the case of Java. Okay, so there are three types of inheritances there. Now, so I just take some cases like if I take a case, suppose there is a class that is bank class. Suppose there is a class bank, okay? And there are various types of banks. Suppose one bank is SBI, another bank is PNB, and suppose the third bank is Allahabad Bank. Okay. So bank is having certain common property which is shared by all these banks, which is shared by all this bank. So SBI inherits the property of bank class, PNB also inherits the property of bank class, Allahabad also inherits the property of bank class. Okay. Inherits the property. Property means fields as well as methods, both. Fields as well as methods, both. Suppose there is a method that is get interest method. Get interest method of bank class. Fine. Now this get interest method is also inherited by SBI, PNB and Allahabad. But all these banks will return different value. Suppose SBI will, suppose the return type is integer. So if SBI return, suppose return 7%, 7.07%, and PNB will return suppose 8%, return 8, and Allahabad Bank suppose return 9, get interest, return 9. And for all other banks, suppose there are many banks, and as per the guideline, if no interest is defined, तो by default interest is 5%. और कोई अगर हम सपोज एक बैंक ले लेते हैं ICICI और उसने एक गेट इंटरेस्ट को मॉडिफाई नहीं किया, तो बेसिकली इट विल just inherit the get interest method and return 5% of interest. But any bank, SBI, PNB and Allahabad can modify the definition of get interest method. However, get interest method is common, but definition may change. Definition may change as per the need of child class. Similarly, if I take the previous example of employee class, उसमें get salary method था और मैनेजर में बोनस भी ऐड हो रहा था, तो वहां हो सकता है गेट सैलरी मेथड में बोनस ऐड करके सैलरी दे. तो मींस चाइल्ड क्लास कैन मॉडिफाई द ऑलरेडी एग्जिस्टिंग मेथड आल्सो. चाइल्ड क्लास directly inherits all the property of parents class, and child class can add the functionality by introducing some new method, by introducing some new variables or fields, or by change the definition of already existing method. So what child class can do actually, when child class inherits the parent class, it means the fields या properties of parent as well as methods are inherited, or you can say that copied into the child class. Fields and methods means if you create the object of child class, so you will be able to access field as well as method of its parent class, because child class object is having the features of its parent class object also. Now, what child class can do extra thing here? Child class can introduce extra field within it. Child class can introduce extra method, and child class can modify. देखो इंट्रोड्यूस अलग चीज है, मॉडिफाई अलग है. मॉडिफाई ऑलरेडी एग्जिस्टिंग मेथड. So what child class can do? Child class inherits already existing field as well as method, and child class can introduce extra field, child class can introduce extra method within it, and child class modify existing methods also. So what is modify existing method is, what is the meaning of modifying existing method? जो get salary हमने बताया, जो get interest है, जो modify हो रहा है. This feature is called as modify existing method. Existing method means the method which is existed in its parent class. So if child class is going to modify already existing method of its parent class, so this property is called as method overriding. Method overriding. Okay. Method overriding, because example like get salary method or get rate of interest method, because get rate of interest definition is different in parent class, but in child class means modify the already existing method as per the need of child class. So this property is called as method overriding. Okay. Now when you create the object of child class, child c equal to new child, it means you will be able to access, the child class is able to access its parent class method, parent class field, parent class field, child class method and child class field. Okay, child class extra method and child class field, child class method and child class field. Okay, so this is inheritance, means this is the basic concept of inheritance. Now I am going to take a case study example. Okay, and with the help of that case study, now you will be understand the whole inheritance concept. So I just share the slide and I take a interesting case study. With the help of case study, you will be able to understand the inheritance concept very easily. Okay. So the PPT starts with the software crisis. So if you see the problem as a software engineer, suppose there is a large scale project. So every large scale project faces lot of problem. What is the problems? What are the problems are there for a large scale project? The first problem is many programmers are working together in that particular, in a single project. Many programmers are working together in a single project. This is the problem. Okay. The another problem, getting code finished on time. So this is not a technical issue, actually getting code finished on time. The another technical issue is avoiding redundant code in order to improve the performance. So first thing, many programmers to work together. तो जब बहुत से प्रोग्रामर काम करेंगे तो कैसे कोड को समझेंगे दूसरे के मॉड्यूल को, दैट इज द क्वेश्चन. ऑलरेडी कोड जो बना के गया उसको एक्सटेंड कैसे करेंगे, दैट इज द प्रॉब्लम. नाउ फिक्सिंग एंड फाइंडिंग बग्स. तो इफ प्रोग्रामर इज नॉट प्रॉपरली, if the program is not written in a proper manner, or if the program is not modular approach, means programmer not follows the modular approach, then it is very difficult to find out the bugs in the program, because finding bugs is the biggest challenge for any programmer. Suppose if any project is given to you, already existing code, and if there are various bugs are there, so how to track the bugs, how to find out the bugs? तो अगर प्रोग्रामर प्रॉपर स्ट्रक्चर में नहीं है, मतलब अगर हम सी की बात करें, अगर हम जावा की बात या सी प्लस प्लस की बात करें, अगर वो प्रॉपर क्लास और जो पूरा उसका क्लास डायग्राम आपको पता होगा, अभी क्लास डायग्राम आप लोगों को नहीं पढ़ाया जा रहा, उसके लिए एक अलग से सब्जेक्ट है, so that it is very easy for programmers to trace the program and trace the error in the program. Now, how to maintain, improve, and reuse the already existing code? So these are the challenges for the large scale project. So one challenge, that is the code reusability, that is achieved with the help of inheritance. So I have earlier told you that code reusability is the feature, okay, means writing program code once and use it in many contexts. Okay, so this is the code reusability feature that is achieved with the help of inheritance. Now just take a case study of law firm, okay, and take employee class or employee analogy. So here in a law firm, there are for the employee of law firm there are certain common rules. Suppose एक law firm है, उसमें बहुत तरीके के employee हैं, and there are certain rules are defined for the law firm employee. There are certain rules are defined. What are the common rules for all the employee? See, what are the common rules? So basically, in order to find for the common rules, all employee will get a 20-page rule manual. A rule manual is provided to all employee, and in 20-page rule manual, the certain rules and regulations are defined. What are the rules and regulations are there? We will discuss in the next slide. But suppose for the employee, there are 20-page common manuals for common employee. जो भी employee join करेगा, वो 20 पेज का उसको एक manual दे दिया जा रहा है, ठीक है. So here in the diagram you can see that there is an employee class. An employee class will get 20 page of manual, and in this manual certain rules and regulations are defined. Now in the law firm there are various types of employees are there. Employee is a generic term, but a special term means like lawyer is an employee, secretary is an employee, marketer is an employee, legal secretary is an employee. There are various types of employees are there in law firm, like lawyer. What is the problem? Okay. प्रॉब्लम आ रही है, थकता जा रहा है तू. प्रॉब्लम हो रहा है इसमें. lawyer, secretary, marketer, and legal secretary. Okay, lawyer, secretary, marketer, and legal secretary is there. So, as per the class diagram, here you can see that lawyer, secretary, and marketer are the childs of employee class. Means lawyer is an employee, secretary is also an employee, marketer is an employee, and legal secretary is the grandchild of employee and the child of secretary. Okay. So, and here 20-page manual is common for all employee, but extra 2-page manual is provided to lawyer. 2-page extra manual is provided to lawyer. 20 page तो है ही है, plus 2 page extra means lawyer will get 20 page as well as 2 page extra manual. Similarly, secretary will get 20 page plus 1 page. So 20 page plus 1 page. Okay. And now marketer will get 3 page of extra manual. So 20 page is inherited from the employee and 3 page extra. Similarly, legal secretary 1 page extra. तो 1 पेज एक्स्ट्रा तो सेक्रेटरी का हो गया प्लस लीगल सेक्रेटरी का 1 पेज, तो टोटल कितना हुआ 20 प्लस 1 प्लस 1 22 पेज ऑफ मैनुअल. ओके. Now the thing is, why not just have a 20 page lawyer manual, 21 page of secretary manual, 23 page of marketer manual, etc. ऐसा क्यों नहीं किया जा रहा है कि लॉयर आए तो उसको 22 पेज का मैनुअल छपा के दे दिया जाए, और सेक्रेटरी आए तो उसको 21 पेज का मैनुअल दे दिया जाए, और मार्केटर आए तो 23 पेज का मैनुअल दे दिया जाए? ऐसा क्यों किया जा रहा है? 20 पेज का एक अलग मैनुअल दिया जा रहा है और 1 पेज का अलग. व्हाट इज द नीड ऑफ इट? हाँ, वो तो कॉमन है ही है, लेकिन अगर कॉमन ना देते हुए हम ऐसा करें कि हम अलग से कॉमन, क्योंकि कॉमन छापेंगे तो सबको अलग अलग देना ही पड़ेगा कॉमन. तो इससे अच्छा है जो लॉयर आए तो लॉयर को दे दें 22 पेज का, और सेक्रेटरी हो तो 21 पेज का, मार्केटर 23 पेज का. कोड तो इजी, कोड नहीं, अभी मतलब वैसे ही सोचो विदाउट कोडिंग. दूसरा कोई चाइल्ड, दूसरा कोई अलग टाइप का चाइल्ड आता है तो के लिए ना, मीन्स अगर लॉयर, मार्केटर और सेक्रेटरी के अलावा कोई आता है तो उसके लिए अलग से मैनुअल बनाना पड़ेगा, और 20 पेज कॉमन पहले कॉपी करना पड़ेगा ना. एक दूसरा चीज ये भी है, मान लो एम्प्लॉय का कोई मैनुअल में कोई रूल्स है, वो अगर चेंज होता है तो क्या करना पड़ेगा हमको? सभी में जाके चेंज करना होगा, सभी का मैनुअल चेंज होगा. और अगर अलग अलग होता तो एम्प्लॉय का मैनुअल चेंज करते तो बाकी सबके पास एम्प्लॉय का मैनुअल है ही है, वहां चेंज हो जाता, लेकिन सबका जो एक्स्ट्रा है वो मैनुअल टच ना होता. ठीक है, एक तो मतलब सिंपल लॉजिक ये हो सकती है. ठीक है भाई, अगर एक जगह चेंज करो तो हर जगह रिफ्लेक्ट हो जाए सीधे सीधे. ओके, जस्ट सी हियर. So some advantage of separating manual is only one update if a common rule change. Only one update if a common rule change, and quick discovery of all rules specific to lawyer. Okay. If you would like to discover the extra rule, so you can just check the extra rules of lawyer. Otherwise क्या होगा? 22 पेज का होता, 23 का, तो आपको छांटना पड़ता कि कौन सा इसके स्पेसिफिक है, कौन सा इसके स्पेसिफिक. अब या तो कॉमन मैनुअल का अलग आपके पास मैनुअल है, एक्स्ट्रा वाले आपके सबके पास अलग अलग है. ओके. नाउ so I have already discussed the is a relationship hierarchy. So is means suppose marketer is an employee, legal secretary is a secretary. So is a relationship is basically the example of inheritance. Is a relationship is basically the relationship between parent and child class. Now just see the regulation part of employee class या employee manual. There are certain regulations are there. Certain regulation means all the employee will get 20 page common manual. तो 20 page common manual की बात कर रहे हैं. There are certain rules and regulations are defined for the employee. The first regulation is all the employee work 40 hours per week. जितने भी employee हैं, all employee works 40 hours per week. This is common for all type of employee, whether it is secretary, whether the employee is marketer, whether the employee is lawyer. All the employee must work 40 hours per week. This is the common property. The another property, employee makes $40,000 per year. All employee make $40,000 per year. This is the second rule. But except the legal secretary. Except the legal secretary and marketer. Means all the employee will get $40,000. All the employee will get $40,000 per year, except the legal secretary and marketer. Legal secretary will get 5,000 more. That is 45,000. And marketer will get 10,000 extra per year. That is 50,000. It means marketer will get 50,000, legal secretary will get 45,000, and all other employees will get 40,000. Fine. So this is the second regulation. So here you can see that in legal secretary, the salary is different, marketer, the salary is different, but for all other employees, the salary is okay. Salary is same. Now, suppose as per the third regulation, all the employee will get 2 weeks of paid vacation per year. 2 weeks of paid vacation means how many days? Suppose days is of 5 days, week is of 5 days, so 2 week means 10 days. अभी हम ये मान के चलना है कि week 5 days का है, तो 2 weeks means 10 days paid vacation per year. But except the lawyer को थोड़ा ज्यादा दी जा रही है vacation. Lawyer will get total 3. Total 3 means extra 1 week. An extra 1 week, that is 2 plus 1, 3 week. Okay. So here you can see that lawyer is having some extra facility. In the second rules, marketer as well as legal secretary will get extra payment. 5,000 extra for legal secretary, marketer will get 10,000 extra. Okay. Now just come to the fourth rule. The fourth rule is employees should use the yellow form to apply the leave. एक yellow form बनाया गया था employee के लिए, सभी employee के लिए leave को लेने के लिए. So employees should use yellow form to get the leave or to apply the leave, except for the lawyer. Lawyer always uses yellow form. Sorry, pink form. Okay, lawyer uses pink form. Okay. So these all are the common property with some extra behavior. So first one is common, 40 hours per week. Second one is second is related to the salary. All employee will get 40,000, except the legal secretary will get 5,000 extra. Marketer will get 10,000 extra. Vacation, all the employee will get 2 weeks of vacation, except the lawyer will get extra 1 week. Okay. As per the fourth regulation, the employee should use the yellow form to apply the leave, while the lawyer uses pink form. Okay. These are the rules and regulations. Now, how to code this analogy, we will see it later. पहले तो analogy समझ लीजिए. Now, above 4 features are common except certain exceptions. But in the second bullet, you can see that each type of employee has some unique behavior. कुछ employee के अपने unique behavior भी होंगे, extra features. What? Lawyers know how to sue. How to sue? Basically, how to sue is the property of lawyer. So lawyer knows how to sue. You can basically define a method for sue. And marketers know how to advertise. Secretaries know how to take dictation. Legal secretaries know how to prepare legal document. These are the extra features. Okay, how to sue, how to advertise, how to take dictation, how to prepare legal documents. Okay. तो ये पूरा हमको पता चल गया कि क्या रूल्स एंड रेगुलेशन है. Certain rules are common and certain extra features are there. Now, just here the employee class is made. So in the employee class, in order to define the working hours, that is 40 hours per week. This is the first regulation, employee works 40 hours per week. So in order to simulate this behavior, you can write a method. Integer get hours, return 40. This method will return 40 because all employee works for 40 hours per week. Now, the second one is related to the salary. All the employee will get how many, means how much salary? 40,000. So public double get salary, so all employee will get $40,000 per year. So this is the another property of employee class. The third property is related to the vacation. 2 weeks paid vacation. So get vacation day, integer get vacation, it will return 10. 2 weeks of get vacation. So this is the third property of employee class. And fourth class is get vacation form. So it will return a yellow form. Means when employee calls the get vacation form, जब वो मांगेगा get vacation form, तो उसको कौन सा form मिलेगा? It will return, the method will return yellow form. Okay. So these are the common properties of employee class. Okay, which is common to all employee. However, you can see that, just see the second regulation. Legal secretary and marketer will get extra salary. So it means legal secretary inherit which particular class? Secretary class, and secretary class inherits employee class. Sorry. This is the hierarchy. Means employee class, legal secretary class, and secretary class. Okay, means multi-level inheritance. So suppose if you would like to build another class like secretary class. अब आपको secretary class बनानी है. So what properties of secretary class is? Yeah, what properties are there for secretary class? If you see the first property, so secretary works 40 hours per week. Okay, secretary भी 40 hours per week करेगा. So if you would like to write secretary class, you can write the same method. You can write the same method. This method is same or not for the secretary? This method is same for the secretary. Okay. Get salary, same or different? Just see. Legal secretary will get 5,000 extra, but secretary तो उतना ही मिलेगा, ठीक? No problem. So get salary method is same. Okay. Get vacation day, same, because only lawyer will get extra vacation, and vacation form yellow. So lawyer will get same. It means all four methods are same. अब क्या एक्स्ट्रा था? एक्स्ट्रा क्या है? सेक्रेटरी knows how to take dictation. This is the extra method which you need to add in secretary class, and all other methods are common, same. So it means if you would like to build the secretary class, you can write like class secretary extends employee. And in the secretary class, you need to write only an extra method, that is how to take dictation. बाकी सब same. Okay. Now, so if you write the secretary class, so here you can see that this all four methods are same. All four methods are same as employee class, and this one is extra method, take dictation. एक तो तरीका है पूरा लिख लीजिए, लेकिन फिर से कोड को आपको रीयूज करना है, तो जस्ट omit this four code, just delete this four methods, and you need to basically extend the secretary class. How can you extend it? You need to write public class secretary extends employee. Okay, extends employee class, and now you can add only one method here. So if you extend the employee, it means you copy all the content from the employee class. No problem. यहाँ तक सही है? Simple. Okay. So actually here code reusability and code sharing is achieved with the help of inheritance. Now, I just skip this. So I have already told you that how the secretary class can be written like this. Public class secretary extends employee and take dictation method is written like this. Only one extra method is written. Okay. Now come to the another class, lawyer class. So if you see the lawyer regulation, the lawyer will get 2-page extra manual. So as per the extra manual, lawyer will get extra paid vacation. 3 week का इसको मिलेगा, 2 week, मतलब 1 week extra vacation. It means lawyer will get how many days? 15 days of vacation. Okay, 15 days of vacation. The another property, lawyer use a pink form when applying for a vacation day. This is the extra method or already existing method? ध्यान से सोचो. This is not an extra method. Existing method को modify करने जा रहे हो. जैसा हमने बताया था, child class can add method, child class can modify the method. So here lawyer uses a pink form and apply for the vacation leave. It means lawyer class has to override the employee class method. Employee class will return yellow, but lawyer class will return method get vacation form will return pink. Okay, and lawyer class has some unique behavior that how to see. Okay, how to see. Now, so how to implement the lawyer class? So lawyer class extends employee. Which method means how many methods are overridden here? 2 methods are overridden. One method paid vacation means leave वाला हो गया और दूसरा application form वाला, and one extra method that is how to choose. Okay, good. So here lawyer class extends the employee class and overrides the get vacation method, and it return a pink value. So this is called as method overriding. And if you complete the lawyer class, how can you complete the lawyer class like this? Get vacation form is the overridden method. Overridden method. Get vacation day is also overridden. And this, how to see? This is extra method. So 2 methods are overridden. One method is extra method. Okay. So here, is there any problem? No problem is there. It will return 15. It will return pink. Now, suppose after some time, if employee manual changed, what change is there? Suppose now employee manual, total number of vacation leave is increased from 10 to 15 for all the employee. In that particular case, what will happen? Suppose as per the new regulation of employee, the leave is increased from 10, पहले कितनी मिली थी 10 to 15. Then what will happen? Lower class की vacation कितनी हो जाएगी? 20, because lower class में क्या था? Lower always will get 1 week extra. So it means अगर employee class में change हुआ तो आपको आके lower class में change करना पड़ेगा. Means you need to change the employee class as well as you need to change the lower class. Means there are 2 locations where you need to change. Okay. अब इसको sort out करना है कि 2 जगह change ना करना पड़े. तो क्या करेंगे? उसमें प्लस कर देंगे. इसका मतलब इनका कहना है जो एम्प्लॉय क्लास का जो भी रिटर्न वैल्यू आ रही है उसमें +5 करेंगे. लेकिन अब ये क्वेश्चन उठता है एम्प्लॉय क्लास का जो रिटर्न वैल्यू आ रही है इसका वो एम्प्लॉय क्लास के मेथड को कॉल करना पड़ेगा तभी तो उसकी रिटर्न वैल्यू मिल के आएगी. हाउ कैन यू गेट द रिटर्न वैल्यू ऑफ एम्प्लॉय क्लास इन ऑर्डर टू कॉल द एम्प्लॉय क्लास मेथड? कैसे पता करोगे? सोचो. एम्प्लॉय क्लास की अगर मेथड की रिटर्न वैल्यू पता करनी है इट्स मींस यू नीड टू कॉल द एम्प्लॉय क्लास मेथड. और कोई तरीका है भाई? get vacation day, so in the employee class already get vacation day is defined. Get vacation day is defined in employee class also, and here if I write like this is not 15, this is get vacation day of employee plus get vacation day of employee class plus 5, then problem is solved. It means you need to call the get vacation day of which class? Employee class. But when you write like this in the get vacation day method definition, if you write get vacation day plus 5, तो ये कॉल किसको करेगा? अगर अपने आप को खुद कॉल कर लेगा, यहाँ तो अपने आप को खुद ही कॉल कर लेगा ना, तो क्या भर जाएगी आपकी स्टैक? स्टैक भरती है मेथड कॉल में. अगर मेथड अपने आप को ही कॉल करते जाएगा तो स्टैक इज फिल्ड एंड देन स्टैक ओवरफ्लो एक्सेप्शन इज देयर. जावा तो तभी बता देता है स्टैक ओवरफ्लो एक्सेप्शन, सी तो बताता भी नहीं, रुक जाता है. ठीक है. नाउ द चैलेंज इज हाउ टू कॉल द गेट वेकेशन डे मेथड within this particular get vacation day, because the method name is same. How can you distinguish this? In order to call the get vacation day of employee class, you need to build the object of employee class. So in order to call the employee class method, you need to create the employee class object as a general logic. Or there is another way. There is a keyword that is super. With the help of super keyword, the child class interact with its parent class. With the help of super keyword, child class interact with its parent class. Right? So here, with the help of super keyword, super dot and get vacation day. If in this particular method definition, if I write super dot get vacation day, it means now the get vacation day of parent class is called. And what this get vacation day will return? Plus 5. That means the super keyword is used to call super class method. Super keyword is also used to call super class constructor also. We will see with the help of example how super keyword is used to call its super class constructor. Now see, तो ये अभी हमने सुपर का बताया, अभी हम आगे भी देखेंगे कि व्हाट इज द सिग्निफिकेंस ऑफ सुपर कीवर्ड इज. नाउ जस्ट कंप्लीट द मार्केटर क्लास. Just complete the marketer class. Complete the marketer class. तो मार्केटर क्लास में क्या क्या एक्स्ट्रा था? मार्केटर क्लास मेक एक्स्ट्रा 10,000. अगेन सेम प्रॉब्लम. Marketer class will get 10,000 extra. It means if employee salary increases from 40,000 to 50,000, then in that particular case, marketer will get from salaries increase from 50,000 to 60,000. It means marketer salary is dependent upon the salary of employee. तो आप हार्ड कोडेड नहीं कर सकते हो. हार्ड कोडेड समझते हो ना? हार्ड कोडेड वर्ड सुने हो? हार्ड कोडेड मीन्स अब यूजर डिफाइन नहीं हो रहा है, या आपका आपने फिक्स कर दिया वैल्यू चेंज नहीं होगी. अगर हमने इसकी सैलरी को फिक्स कर दिया, मार्केटर की सैलरी 50,000, तो जब एम्प्लॉय की सैलरी बढ़ेगी तो मार्केटर की फिर जाके बढ़ानी पड़ेगी हमको कोड में. इफ मार्केटर सैलरी इज डिपेंडेंट अपॉन द सैलरी ऑफ इट्स पेरेंट क्लास, दैट इज एम्प्लॉय क्लास प्लस 10,000, देन देयर इज नो प्रॉब्लम. ओके. नाउ तो मार्केटर extends the employee class But there is one extra method, that is how to advertise. How to advertise. Okay. And get salary method is overridden. And here 50,000 is returned. But this is not a good practice. This is not a good practice, because if you write 50,000 here, so after some time when employee salary is increased, so you need to modify it again. Okay. Fine. So similarly, level of inheritance, if you see the legal secretary class, so legal secretary extends the secretary class, and legal secretary class is the example of multiple level inheritance, because legal secretary inherits secretary, secretary inherits employee. And here, which particular method should be overridden here? The salary method, because legal secretary makes how much money? 45,000. That is 5,000 greater than the base salary, means main salary of employee. And the legal secretary also file the legal briefs, legal documents. So this is extra method, legal brief file. Legal secretary can file legal briefs. So this is the extra method. So how legal secretary's class is written? So legal secretary extends the secretary. This is the extra method. File legal brief is the extra method, and this is the overridden method, get salary, because get salary is already defined in employee class. So here it will return 45,000, but actually what it should return? It should return get salary of employee plus 5,000. ऐसा कुछ होना चाहिए, 5,000. Then it's okay, because now this get salary is dependent upon the get salary of employee plus 5,000. So this problem is solved by interacting with its superclass. Means how subclass interact with its superclass. Means subclass superclass से interact कैसे करती है. Okay. So just see the same problem here. Suppose there is a company-wide change occur for our employee. Everyone is given a 10,000 raise due to inflation. In that particular case, now base employee salary is 50,000. Now the legal secretary will get 55,000 and marketer will get now 60,000. Salary बढ़ गई. So in this particular case, we must modify our code to reflect the policy change. तो कोड कहाँ modify करना पड़ेगा? In the employee class, in the legal secretary, as well as in the marketer. Okay. It means here in the employee class, first you need to modify the get salary method of employee class, and then we need to modify the get salary method of marketer as well as legal secretary. Both दोनों जगह जा जाके modify करना पड़ेगा. But this is not a good practice. So in order to solve this problem, you can write like this. You can modify it like this. Means super dot method parameter. Super dot method means with the help of super keyword, the child class can call its just immediate parent class method. अब लीगल सेक्रेटरी एम्प्लॉय को नहीं कॉल कर लेगा. लीगल सेक्रेटरी किसके मेथड को कॉल करेगा? जस्ट इमीडिएट पेरेंट, दैट इज सेक्रेटरी. तो हियर लीगल सेक्रेटरी will call super dot get salary, and that is stored in base salary, and then base salary plus 5,000. Then it is okay. It means if the get salary method of employee will return 50,000, then get salary method of legal secretary will return 55,000. Suppose in any case, if get salary method of employee class will return 60,000, so it will return 65,000. Okay. So here you can see that the child class calls its parent class method by using the super keyword, or you can say that child class interact with its immediate parent class with the help of super keyword. Okay. Similarly, you can modify the lawyer and marketer class with the help of super keyword. So here you can see that the get vacation day for the lawyer class is also dependent upon the get vacation day of its parent class, because lawyer will always get 5 day extra per week. तो यहाँ पर आप इस तरह लिखोगे सुपर प्लस सुपर डॉट गेट वेकेशन डे प्लस 5. Okay. Similarly, for the marketer, you need to write like super dot get salary plus 10,000 extra. Okay. And there are certain extra method like here get vacation form. Actually, this is also overriding. Okay. And how to sue? How to sue lawyer? So this is the extra method. Okay. Now, so here with the help of this example, you can see that how child class interact with its parent class, या how child class invokes the method of its parent class with the help of super keyword. अभी हमको ये तो पता चल गया कि parent class के method को super keyword से कैसे कॉल करना है. ठीक है. Now inheritance and constructor. Inheritance and constructor. Inheritance and constructor, suppose if we imagine a case that we want to give the employee more vacation day. अभी तक कितना था 10 days per week. Suppose if you would like to give employee more vacation day, but उसका कुछ फॉर्मूला होगा कि बस ऐसे बढ़ा देंगे. तो फॉर्मूला क्या है? The longer they have been with the company, means for each year work experience we will award 2 additional vacation day. 2 additional vacation day means कितने टोटल मिल रहे थे? 10 मिल रहे थे. प्लस अगर 2 years का एक्सपीरियंस है तो 2 into 2, that is equal to total 14 days. Suppose this is the formula. For each year work we will award 2 additional vacation days. So when an employee object is constructor, so we need to pass the number of years the person has been with the company. Number of years means that number of year of experience you need to pass in the employee class. Why you need to pass the number of years in the employee class? Because if you create the employee object, so you need to pass the number of years, and when the object is created, then leave is basically calculated based on the number of years experience. Okay. So here you can see like this. Get vacation day is modified like this. थोड़ा color change कर दे. Get vacation day is modified like this. Get vacation day means 10 plus 2 into years. Okay, 10 plus 2 into years, and how this year is calculated. So actually years is initialized like this. When you create the employee object, you need to pass the number of years here, and now this number of year is assigned to years. That is a private variable. However, private variable can be modified with the help of public method. अब देखो यहाँ पर अगर हम पब्लिक मेथड प्राइवेट वेरिएबल्स ना करते तो कोई भी इसको मॉडिफाई कर देता. अगर if I do not declare number of years as private, so anyone can modify it very easily. Any object can modify it easily. So basically here, as soon as the employee object is created, तो जो भी employee object कोई भी हो सकता है ना कि there are number of employees are there और हर employee का अपना अपना experience होगा. So you need to just pass the number of years of experience in the employee constructor, and when you pass the number of years, so this number of years is assigned as a years, which is defined as private here, and now this year is written like this: 10 plus 2 into years. Get vacation day. So if you creates the employee object like this, employee E equal to new employee. Suppose if you pass 5, it means 5 years of experience. So this particular employee will get how much, how many days? 10 plus 2 into 5, 20 days of leave. Okay. So similarly, you can means basically there may be another ways also. कोई और तरीका हो सकता है इसमें? एक तरीका फिर ये है कि एम्प्लॉय क्लास के ईयर्स को अगर पब्लिक डिक्लेयर करते हैं तो ऑब्जेक्ट क्रिएट करके पहले उसकी वैल्यू को सेट कर लें और सेट करने के बाद फिर काम हो जाएगा हमारा। या तो ऑब्जेक्ट के समय सेट करें या तो ऑब्जेक्ट क्रिएट करने के बाद सेट करें उस वैल्यू को। ओके, तो देयर आर 2 ways टू इनिशियलाइज द फील्ड्स। ओके, सो आई थिंक this is there is one more concept I just see. Okay, so this के आगे भी है। Okay, तो the rest of the concept we will discuss in the next one. तो केस स्टडी यही रहेगी सेम, थोड़ा सा और इसमें बचा है वो आगे देखेंगे कुछ फीचर्स। Then we will discuss the another main concept, that is this access specifier. In the next one we will discuss access specifier as well as कुछ points बचे हुए हैं उसको डिस्कस कर लेंगे 5:30 बजने पर। ठीक है।